You know guys, before I start today's video, I know I had told a lot of people that my next video would have covered this very particular Black Ops 6 leak that I actually thought was incredibly detrimental to the experience that we're about to have on it. And unfortunately, the Scadmaster is gonna have to push that one back just because of this entire thing going down with H2M. So please stay on the lookout for that Black Ops 6 leak video. It's gonna come out pretty soon. We just had to push it back for something kind of crazy.
Oh, bruh.
I know, the Scadmaster sucks. The only thing I'm good at is roasting some chicken. But listen guys, there is some crazy news going down about H2M, which is the H2 mod for MW2 multiplayer remastered, going live in a couple of days on PC, available to anybody who owns a PC obviously and just wants to play it. Now I know as the COD community, we have some PTSD over here, alright? Two things. First of all, we had this almost in a way, very similarly with SM2. Now, the legacy of SM2 is gonna go down as one of Call of Duty and Activision's just biggest L ever, because these people were really making some magic for the community, by the community, and Activision, of course, being the sensitive little soy boy beta cucks, they take it down, they send them a cease and desist, and SM2 is gone forever. It really sucks, but that's what happened. I know there was a lot of people out there that were wanting for SM2 to be taken down because they were breaking some rules. You guys know exactly who you are, don't think the Scadmaster ever forgets. But unlike SM2, it is a mod for Modern Warfare Remastered, which is currently available on Steam, and on the 16th, on Friday, there is going to be a mod going live for Modern Warfare Remastered, and essentially, the community is going to have the chance to finally have Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. None of this MW 2019 reboot dog crap, whatever's been going on for the last like 5-6 years. Essentially, a true remaster of what we should have had years and years and years ago. I've actually made a video about this and I'm gonna put it up right about here. Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer actually did exist and Activision refused to put it out. Like I said, I made a video on this and I have some theories as to why they never released it, which in short was pretty much because it was going to slap the absolute crap out of anything Modern Warfare related that would come out shortly after, like MW 2019 Part 2, and of course MW 2019 Part 3, which does offer some Modern Warfare 2 maps, except for the fact that we probably should have had this last year, question mark. I don't know what's going on over here with Activision. These guys are just trying to drain our pockets any which way they possibly can. I need to be the one to say it. Of course, this is a very celebratory moment that the community is gonna have, because this is something we've been wanting for years upon years upon years, but I don't think Activision is going to take this lightly. Not only is this something that they've never wanted to actually come out, but on top of that, even though these modders are doing this the legit, quote unquote, the lawful way, quote unquote, the timing as to when this is coming out is nothing short of a sucker punch to Activision and their eventual sales that they want with Black Ops 6.
You scared? Yeah. You scared, ain't you, bitch, nigga?
That is the premise of today's video. Obviously, I don't have any footage on this game. You know, the developers out there, they might not be looking at the Scadmaster like he's a very kind person. I don't blame them because... You know what I'm saying? Before we go any further, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and very quickly, I need to plug this in here. I think I have settled on when I'm going to throw in the very first stream on the channel. I personally think it would be poetic if we did it on the first day of the Black Ops beta. That way, you guys can see my first true opinions live, and you can get an idea from the Scadmaster right then and there. But aside from that guys, H2M, the concept behind this is something, like I said earlier, something we've been wanting for so long. We're gonna have every single MW2 map remastered in that game, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure we're getting the DLC maps as well. And on top of that, the developers for this mod are actually coming out with some of the campaign missions as actual maps. That's right, it's kind of technically new content in the game, except for the fact that it actually exists in the campaign. So that might be another one of those loopholes that they can use against Activision, because they're not necessarily advertising something that is not true to Activision's product. Then again, we know Activision's not really the type to play fair, but we'll talk about that in a second. Check this out from Charlie Intel. He says, this past week, H2 multiplayer mod was released for Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered that brought MW2 2009 content. This is actually not true, it's not out yet. The mod requires Modern Warfare Remastered on Steam, and MW Remastered is now one of the top 5 best-selling games on Steam. But the good news doesn't stop there, guys, because Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered is the 3rd best-selling game on Steam, ahead of the H2 multiplayer mod releasing on August 16th. You can see that the actual player count for Modern Warfare Remastered on Steam is actually increasing. It's very, very low, don't get me wrong, it's very low, understandably why, but it's slowly getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And like I've been saying, if you're a fan of true original Call of Duty, like the actual golden era, none of this rebooted Modern Warfare 2019 garbage, none of this horrifying skill-based matchmaking, none of these horrible, disgusting devs, people not listening to the community and the feedback that we have, and all these gooch lickers that just jump to the defense of these developers that would never do anything for them, it's almost like the fresh breath air that we deserved years and years and years ago. And for that reason, I kinda just predict Activision is going to do everything in their power to try to get this thing taken down, which is absolutely pathetic if you ask me, and I truly expect this from Activision because they smoked SM2, and like I said in the beginning of the video, the timing on this is going to come out right around the same time as the Black Ops 6 beta. And we all know when it comes to beta time, that's really when Activision's pumping out the sales and revenue for the next game because of the pre-orders. The potential sales that Activision could be getting for this upcoming game will be going elsewhere. And if you know anything about Activision, not only do they not like losing money, but they really don't like being made to look like a bunch of fools. Scatmaster's a prime example, Blame Truth as well. I don't actually think we trespassed on any type of copyright thing, and I think everybody else would agree in the comments. Activision specifically targeted people that were talking trash about the Black Ops 6 leaks and just try to smoke them. So right there, we're just already seeing Activision's not really the type to play things fairly, because there was nothing in those videos, but Activision still went out of their way to try to put out a power move. I expect the exact same thing for H2M. Hopefully these H2 developers are smart enough to really see this and try to not only prepare for it, but be creative in ways that Activision doesn't really have a case against them. Like I said, you need to actually purchase Modern Warfare Remastered in order to get this. So technically Activision is making money off of this. Most of the non-original added content that's going to be in this next game is still, in my opinion, under fair use, because in some way or another it does exist in that game. Even the camos in this game, a lot of them are new, a lot of new concepts in here, a lot of crazy new concepts as well, but they technically come from the modern era of Call of Duty games, so I don't know if that's still fair use, but maybe they can pull it off. But guys, the one thing that I genuinely think is going to be the downfall of this game is not only the fact that it's only available on PC, but a couple of features that will not be in this mod that I think if Activision had a say over, I think they would exist. But first, to take it to the whole PC thing, I know that's going to be an argument in the comments section, and a lot of people in the community are really upset about this. Look, I'm just gonna throw the gooch licker logic out here. If it is only available on PC and Steam, according to gooch lickers, this is such a insignificant portion of the community. You know, we can't look at Steam numbers when the player base drops because Steam is not indicative of the whole player community. Shut the hell up, man. You know, if we're gonna take that garbage, then we could link it to this situation as well. Activision should not have any say over this game because, according to them, and all the gooch lickers out there, the Steam player base is so insignificant that it shouldn't make a difference, right? And on top of that, you're making money from it, so is there really an argument to be made there? I don't know. I mean, if we're using the gooch licker logic, you guys kind of shot yourselves in the foot months and years ago. So, you know, you got to keep the same energy, all right? If it's insignificant in that aspect, it's going to be insignificant in this aspect as well. Don't get mad at me, that's their words and not mine. But the other thing that I think is going to be the downfall of this game, and this is really where I see Activision actually having a true case against this mod, and I really don't know if this is something that the modders have thought through or have at least tried to create a defense over in case something like this happens. Now this comes out from Pro Reborn. Decent fella, you know what I'm saying? He says, throwback to when Activision made MWR a microtransaction for buying Infinite Warfare, then they put microtransactions into that microtransaction. This is really where I see the biggest L for this potential game, because MWR Remastered and the eventual MW2 Remastered that we never got, if it were actually released by Activision, you know for a fact that there would have been microtransactions in that game. You know for a fact that if it wasn't going to be supply drops, we would have had the exact same disgusting battle pass, microtransaction bundle, whatever's going on in these current CODs. That garbage probably would have been all over the place. Now, is Activision able to make the case that because that was originally intended for what their design would have been for this game, could they, in theory, use that against these modders for not keeping it true to the vision that they would have otherwise had? I personally think it's kind of weak, but then again, we're talking about Activision. These guys don't have any type of morals, they don't have any type of common sense, and they have no type of loyalty to the community. You can also throw in there the fact that skill-based matchmaking is likely not going to be present in this mod whatsoever, and if it were up to Activision and they're trying to make more money, you know that they genuinely think SBMM creates them more money, and it kind of does, and they'd make the whole excuse that it's necessary for the community, and you know, all these other gooch lickers that think SBMM is necessary for COD in order for it to succeed. You guys know, there's holes in their brains. And Activision feels the same way, so I wouldn't be surprised if Activision tried to go this route for trying to get this game taken down. I really wouldn't be surprised if they succeeded as well, but if it's coming out soon, I'm gonna give it a try, why not? And just the fact that it's coming out around the Black Ops 6 beta, if it's on Activision's radar, I can only imagine that these guys are in panic mode. Because yes, while there's only a few people that have actually downloaded it at this point and actually purchased it, you know for a fact that with each and every single video covering this mod, you know there's bound to be more people downloading it, purchasing it, and within that group of people, there's gonna be a nice portion of them who are going to play that over Black Ops 6. And you know Activision's not gonna enjoy that. The Scoutmaster stands completely with the H2 developers. So to the developers out there that are potentially watching this, or any content creator that's in touch with them, listen, if it happens to go down and you're up against Activision, hit the Scoutmaster up, alright? I've been told I'm pretty good in beefs, alright? Scoutmaster's not one to back down from a challenge, no matter how big the foe. Or old, I guess. You know, I just can't shake the feeling that Activision's really gonna go out of their way to try to prevent this from coming out, or if it does come out, you know they're gonna do everything in their power to try to get it shut down. I personally think if we're going between Black Ops 6 or a potential actual MW2 remaster, as long as MW2 Remastered is kept clean, there's no type of viruses, there's no type of long-lasting bug or issue, and as long as they can create a nice, smooth feeling for it, which shouldn't be too hard considering it's on the same exact engine as Modern Warfare Remastered, I genuinely think MW2 Remastered as this mod has the chance to smack down on Black Ops 6. I know it's a tough pill to swallow for the modern gooch lickers out there, because anything Activision puts out nowadays, you know these guys are on their hands and knees just gobbling gooch. And especially if your first COD was in this modern era, specifically MW 2019, not only do I feel bad for you, but you haven't had the blessing of playing any of the golden era CODs back in their primes, but now you get the chance. And take it from somebody who's been playing COD for the last like 15 years, MW2, that is some crisp actual gaming. I am in complete support of the H2 developers and Activision. You know what to do, alright? Get on your hands and knees, suck my balls, stay away from the gooch. Alright, don't get near the gooch, we're not into that over here. But you can get a whole mouthful of balls, and just know, Activision, the Scadmaster will never actually support you. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. Are you guys excited for this new H2 mod? And do you think Activision's gonna try something up their sleeves to try to get this taken down? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.